So we did talk about how to simplify square roots in class, but just to recap, if you weren't in class, simplifying square roots, we have to know what perfect squares are, and I think the best way to do that would be to actually look at perfect squares. All right, so let's do perfect squares. And we'll list out the first, 14 perfect squares, 14 or 15 of them. All right, so let's say we have a square. The first perfect square would be a 1 by 1. The side lengths are nice whole numbers, so the area is 1. The next one would be a 2 by 2, so the perfect square, the area would be 4. And then we have a 3 by 3, it's 9. 4 by 4 is 16. 5 by 5, 25. 6 by 6 is 36. 7 by 7, 49. 8 by 8 is 64. 9 by 9, 81. 10 by 10, 100. 11 by 11, 121. 12 by 12, 144. 13 by 13, 169. 14 by 14, 196. 15 by 15, 225. Okay, and it goes on. So you can go, this is your 15th perfect square. 16 by 16 would be the next one. What's that area? The areas are your perfect squares. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use these perfect squares to simplify. So anytime we get a nasty decimal, we always want to simplify and see if we can get it, I guess a simpler version of it. No approximation. So in these cases, there are no decimals. We're trying to simplify using square roots. So I'm going to put simplify square roots. And it's a 3-step process. Number 1, you want to check to see if it's already perfect. If it is, then you're done. You just give me that nice whole number and we can say it's done. Okay, number 2, if it's not perfect, you're going to rewrite the area. So the number under the sign. As a product of a perfect square. So one of those numbers up there. And another number. Once you do that, you're going to separate, and simplify. All right, so let's do some examples together. So our first example, let's say I want you to simplify the square root of 32. So I'm going to have you get out your calculator, put in the square root of 32. When you put in the square root of 32, you're pushing the blue button, the square root key, and then 32. And then enter. This is a nasty decimal. It gives you 5.6, blah, 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 blah. So we don't want that. What we want to do is rewrite the area. This is not a perfect square. There's no nice whole number side lengths that multiply together to get 32. So what we're going to do is rewrite 32. So to do this, I like to work backwards through my perfect squares. Okay, 32. Let's say I look at 32 divided by 25. 32 divided by 25. Is that a nice number? No, it's like 1.28. So then I keep going, right? 32 divided by 16, the next perfect square backwards. Well, 32 divided by 16 is a nice number. It's 2. So I can rewrite 32 as 16 times 2. So we have the square root of 16 times 2. It's just another way of writing 32. 16 times 2 is 32. All right, now what we have to do is separate them and simplify. So I get the square root of 16 and the square root of 2. So then I simplify now that I've separated them. The square root of 16 is a nice number. 16, the area is 16, so what number side length? Oh, it's 4. So I can rewrite that as 4. The square root of 2, is that a nice number? No. There's no nice number that you can multiply by itself to get 2, so we just leave it the square root of 2. This, 4 times the square root of 2, is the same thing. And you can double check your work too, which is nice. The square root of 32 is 5.65, blah, 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 blah. If I did 4 times the square root of 32, you get, 4 times the square root of 2, you get the same thing, which is super nice. You can always double check that in your calculator. But this would be the simplified version. No calculators. No decimals on this one. All right, let's try the square root of 40. Is there a nice number that you can multiply by itself to get 40? 6 times 6 is 36. 7 times 7 is 49. No, it's not. So what we have to do is simplify. All right. So I go back and I look at my 40 divided by 36. Is that a nice number? No. 40 divided by 25? No. 40 divided by 16? No. 40 divided by 9? No. 40 divided by 4? Yes. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to rewrite 40 as the square root of 4 times 10. 4 times 10 is 40. It's just another way of writing 40. So now we separate them. The square root of 4 times the square root of 10. The square root of 4 is a nice number. 2 times 2 is 4, so I'll put 2. Square root of 10 is not a nice number. It's a decimal, so we'll keep it the square root of 10. Let's try the square root of 75. Square root of 75, is that a nice number? No. 6 times 6 is 60, or 8 times 8 is 64. 9 times 9 is 81. So no, it's between 8 and 9. Okay, so then we look at our numbers here. Let's see. Next smallest one, 64. So 75 divided by 64? No, not a nice number. 75 divided by 49? No. 75 divided by 36? Let's check it. Divided by 36. Nope, not nice. 75 divided by 25. Yes, that is a nice number. 25 times 3, or 25 times 3, is the same thing as 75. Separate them. The square root of 25 is 5. And the square root of 3 is not nice, so we'll keep it. Okay, these are some simpler ones. Okay, well, let's look to a trickier one. Let's try the square root of 432. All right, so I go on to look at my perfect squares again. Let's try, all right, 432. Divide by 225. Does that work? No. Divide by 196. No. Divide by 169. No. Divide by 144. Yes. You can actually write 432 as 144 times 3. And then when we separate them, I get the square root of 144 times the square root of 3. Which is a nice number. Square root of 144 is 12. Square root of 3 is not nice, so we'll leave it the square root of 3. Now, you might run into problems like what happens when you have 9 times the square root of 245. This is 9 times the square root number. So what you're going to do is check to see the square root of 245. Is that a nice number? No. So I'm just going to keep this 9 out here, and we're going to do the same process now. The square root of 245 can be written as the product of two numbers. One of them is one of those perfect squares. I think it's 49. 49 times 5, I think it is. Okay, so now I have the 9 times the square root of 245, which is this 49 times 5. So I get 9 times the square root of 49 times the square root of 5. Well, 9's already simple. Can't really do much with that 9. But square root of 49 can be written as 7. And the square root of 5, not nice, so we'll keep it the square root of 5. And now we can do a little bit of math. 9 times 7 is 63. And then the square root of 5 is not nice, so we'll keep that. So 63 times the square root of 5 is our simplified version. Let's try one more. We have 2 times the square root of 49. All right, so if I did 2 times the square root of 49, is that a nice perfect square? Oh, it is. It's 7. So I could rewrite that as 2 times 7, which is 14. One more. 5 times the square root of 180. So we have 5 times square root of 180. Is that a nice number? No. So we're going to have to rewrite 180. 180 could be written as 36 times 5. Split that apart, so I get 5 times the square root of 36 times the square root of 5. 5 is already simple. 36, square root of 36 is a nice number. It's 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Square root of 5 is not nice. There's no nice number that you can multiply by itself to get 5, so we'll just leave it the square root of 5. 5 times 6 is a nice number, 30. And then times the square root of 5. All right, so this is simplifying square roots, and we did touch on these the other day, so this is a good review. You're going to get a worksheet that kind of runs through some examples of those, and I want simplified square roots, no decimals. All right, bye.